Hello, this is Daniel Grady with Binary Option Strategy, and today we're going to be doing a quick tutorial on how to backtest binary option strategies to see how they work and see if they work without actually risking any money. Okay, we're going to start out with a chart. I'm using the pound versus the dollar simply because I don't have any open trades at the moment. I'm also using MetaTrader 4, which is one of the most common software trading programs out there. You might be using a different software which would change the technicals a little bit, but in terms of principles and how to actually do this, it's pretty much the same. So the first thing I want to do is stop auto scroll on this so that the chart doesn't keep moving, and then this allows me to move the chart backwards without jumping. The reason I want to move the chart backwards quite some time is so that I can go moving the chart as if the market were functioning. I mean, if the market were live, and testing the program as I go, testing the strategy as I go. Sorry. So let's say we're trading binary options that expire every 15 minutes. So obviously a 1 hour chart is not going to be all that helpful. So I'll move this down to a 5-minute chart. And well, let's make up a strategy to keep this simple. Let's say we're going to just use the MACD as an indicator. So normally when you're trading with the MACD, what you're looking for are times when the signal crosses through the EMA. Alright, the EMA is a more long-term indicator, and the signal is a shorter indicator. So by playing these off, you're basically going through a quick reversal. It's a very simple reversal strategy. Alright. So we don't analyze the market at this particular portion because here we could try it. For example, here we have a signal, but we already see what the market's going to do, so it's not as if we were actually trading the market. What we want to do is keep this as close to actually trading the market as possible. So what we do is we start looking here at the very beginning as the market comes out, and then we start moving the market forward. And as you can see, this sort of imitates as if the market were live, but it allows us to move a lot faster, and we can test several places in a much quicker time. Okay, so we're going to so what we're looking for is when the signal crosses through the EMA, and this would have been a signal for us to buy into the market in the direction of the signal. So in this case, the signal crossed through the EMA, and we would have bought a put here because we're expecting it to go down. Okay, so what we do is we mark this. We would have bought a put at 59.64, and then 15 minutes later, 15 minutes would be 3 periods, 3 times 5 minutes, 15 minutes. So we would have bought in this period a put, and then 3 periods later we bought here 1, 2, 3, and the market is further down. So this is telling us that if we had bought a put here using this strategy, we would have ended up in the money. So this is one case where the strategy works, but we can't use just one time to make sure that the strategy actually works. We need to do this as many times as possible. You know, that's why we go back as quite a long ways, or as long as we can. And now we look for the next time. So we write this down, and we remember that the strategy worked once. So we have one time in the money. We don't have any clear indication here. And here we also have. I mean, we could have probably got into the market here, but for practical purposes, we'll say here the signal crossed beneath the EMA again. So we would have bought another put here at 59.56, and then we move the market forward, and 59.56 is where we bought the put. 15 minutes later, that's 1, 2, 3, and now it's at 59.53, and therefore again we're trading this that option would have expired in the money. And then we keep moving forward again, and here we have another signal. We would have, it's really too close to call here, so we would have bought probably a call here, expecting the market to go up. So we would have bought a call at 59.48, and then 3 periods later or 5 minutes later we would bought here. 15 minutes later is 1, 2, 3 later, and we bought at 59.48, and the market is at 59.49. So again, this strategy keeps working, and that's basically all you do. Is you just keep moving the market forward as far as you can, and trying out as many times possible. The more times you try the strategy, the better track record you have, and the easier it is to confirm whether the strategy actually works. So you just keep moving forward, trying out. Next time the strategy shows you a signal, then you write it down as if you had traded at that time. The backtesting is not 100% accurate because there's fluctuations in the market during that period of time. You know, when the signal gets generated and when you buy it is not at the same time as the market's always going to close. So there's always a certain amount of variation. This is why you always warn traders that past results do not necessarily indicate future results, but this will allow you to get a much better idea of how well a particular strategy performs. And well, that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed this and understood, and thanks for watching, and happy trading.